global friends. So,
Yep, obviously.
Okay, so like before we start, like everyone has an English name, right?
Not really.
Yes.
Not really. Okay. Bart is Bart. Okay, Stefanie. Minh Anh, do you have like a English name?
Short version Min.
What?
I changed my name.
Me? How do you spell
Yeah.
it?
M-I-N. Min.
Min. Okay. Thành is Kyle.
That's pretty Asian. Min sounds pretty Asian to me, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Min is
it
like.
sounds Korean.
Let's make a new name for her right now.
Okay.
Karen.
Bart?
Karen, is that a nice name for her?
No, please, no.
Don't you know
I'm
it's
not
not
white.
it's not a nice name and you know it.
What about Mary or Elizabeth? I don't know. Like classic code name. I don't know.
Kind of Russian.
It's not
I
like
think,
once a week, so everyone can call me.
How?
Just let her keep her name, guys.
Okay, so Min. Okay, Min. Giang is Riley, right?
Yes.
Should we call you Riley or Giang? What do you prefer?
Either way, like I think English will be easier.
Okay, should I make an English
Should
name for
you make-
myself?
Yeah,
You
sure.
should.
I know.
Tell me.
Okay.
Something needs to be dumb enough. Wait, let me see.
Okay, this is
Um,
not like a roasting.
He has his haircut today. I should consider him to call him a dickhead. A dickhead.
That's
No, that's not
well,
right.
that's kind of a
Yo,
big name.
I don't want to like get
What about
banned.
Kyle? What about Kyle?
What about me? Wait, what?
What?
No, I'm confused.
Kyle is
Sorry.
taken.
Kyle is already a name. Like he has the name Kyle, so I can take it.
What about Zach?
Joshua is a nice name for you, hi?
Maybe like Johnny. Like sounds like a porn
Jackie?
star name, right?
Joshua. That's kind of a lame name.
So, if you
Okay,
want
anyway,
I suggest.
I think we can like stop the warm up now.
Oh, how about just
Now-
John? Yeah, John is a good name. It's because it's lame.
John sounds
So-
old.
It's kind of common and it's lame.
Okay?
What
John?
about Andy?
Andy sounds witch somehow.
Just call him Hi.
Okay, hi. Okay,
He doesn't deserve an English name.
shut up.
Oh, you,
Okay, now we'll start. Now we'll start for real. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go on.
So welcome everyone to my podcast. Today the topic is about studying abroad. So who here is the overseas students?
Me.
Me.
Minh Anh was an overseas student, right?
I'm still studying. But
Yeah, but
I've
like-
been, I went back to Vietnam last year because of the
Because of the COVID, right? Okay, so we'll go to the first question. Like, why did you guys choose to study abroad? And like, what was your I have to study abroad moment? Like, you know that you can't just study in Vietnam, but you should like study in a different country. Okay, let's start with Kyle.
Okay, so it might be a long story for me. Just when I finished secondary school, I had a crush on this girl in our class, and of course I didn't know about it. We sort of in a very brief relationship, and
Okay, what?
then
Wait, say that again.
you
Which
didn't know.
girl?
I didn't tell you anything.
Okay.
So yeah, just listen. Yeah. So, but like, we had to take a test whenever we graduate in order to go to high school, and she went to a very good school, and my result was so bad. I couldn't apply into any of the good schools, and I was really upset. I was really depressed. I was sad, and well, she broke up with me, and I was like, at the bottom of my life. It felt like it. So my mom sort of wanted to cheer me up. So she told me that if I study English well, I could study abroad and I could go to Australia. So that was when I decided to, go there. And well, it sounded exciting, right? You had a chance to go to another country, and I started to study IELTS. And yeah, it took me like a few months or even approximately a year in order to achieve my goal. And I was able to go to Australia. But yeah, I didn't plan for it to happen. It was like my mom's plan.
So did it cheer you up in any way?
Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. I was really sad for like a year or two, but like when I came here, it was like a new life for me, and I wanted. It's just well, I had a chance to start everything over, although it isn't going like what I expected it to be. But like, I'm in a better place than I was before.
So
Would you like to
technically,
say that?
like because of a girl, you chose to study abroad.
Yeah, pretty much. But like you know how funny life turns out, right? I never thought I would be someone who would go to Australia to study. It sounds so above me at that time.
I mean, like,
Just
I
like
have
how you have a
always
podcast show right now. It
okay.
just doesn't sound like it. But yeah,
Yeah, but like I have always thought that you may like go to other country to study. You
I
look
never
like
thought I
that kind of guy.
nah. I mean I was okay in English back then, but I never thought I would be good enough to study abroad. I never.
Okay. So, Min, what about your story? Like, did you freeze?
Maybe means having like some connection troubles. So we should transfer it to Riley. So Riley, what is your story?
Okay, so my story is back when I was in secondary school. My dad actually gave me like my first detective books, and it's all about London and about Sherlock Holmes. And I constantly watching a lot of like TV dramas and like everything about Sherlock Holmes at that time. So I have to say I was in love with like the ideas of like going to UKs and study there, which I did try out like during the summers, and I absolutely loved it. And now since then,
have a dream that I'm going to go somewhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We
Yeah?
can hear you. Can you
Loud
hear
and
us?
clear.
Hello?
No
Can you hear
response
us?
to that.
oh, that's very funny. Yeah, so I was like studying in UK for a while, and after graduating like A levels, I moved to Australia for university because my parents think that UK is a bit too far. And also Brexit happened at the same time, so I moved between different countries. Can't really stay in a one place for too long.
Yeah, actually, I met her again, like after she went to the UK, and then she came back to
Oh my
Vietnam,
god.
and like a
Oh,
bunch of stuff happened.
my Vietnamese was terrible at that times. Yo, my Vietnamese was so bad. Like no one thought I was Vietnamese. They
Really?
always thought like, yeah, when I start working, it's got gradually got better. But before that, no one thought like I was Vietnamese because like kiểu like ngọc mà. Like
Yeah,
I
I do
think
understand that feeling. I have that
yeah.
too.
So like I can't even translate the word broccoli into Vietnamese. So like at that point, so I had to use like Google Translate to translate to my mom. And I was like laughing about it all the time because can't translate it to like from English to Vietnamese, even though it makes sense for me.
But like texting is you can still like text in Vietnamese, right?
Yeah, bro, I talked to you in Vietnamese, so do you think that like I can text in
Yeah, I
Vietnamese?
mean, like that is what I'm talking about. Like I didn't recognize any ngậm problem. So
No problem.
yeah.
Because
No,
when you
texting
text, you
is
have time to
okay.
think.
Yeah. Bro, when it talk, it's different. Yeah, so
Maybe Min's got some troubles with her internet connections. So, hi, Min.
Hello? Yeah, I think it's still unstable.
So, what about you, Bots? I heard that you have an internship in Indonesia. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience? Why did you choose Indonesia? Indonesia. Oh,
Well, like study, you got like opportunity to go abroad, and my girlfriend at the time was from there. So in the end, like we were planning to do something else, but didn't work out. So then her uncle had like a bar. So we did like a marketing internship for the bar, but it was more for the experience. So yeah.
Okay, what about Stephanie? Have you ever thought about studying abroad? And have you ever studied abroad?
I haven't studied abroad, but I've thought about it so many times back home. Um, yeah, for the reason because of networking. Because the major that I was aiming for was on digital art, and I think it's better if like you're in how should I say this? Like in a school where like there are the professionals, like you're connected with them. But I don't know if this can be considered as a study abroad, because right now I'm enrolled in a concept art course, which is based in Australia. I, those are in Australia right now. CG Spectrum. I don't know if you know this or if they're like a big or famous school in concept art or digital art. But yeah, and I'm just using this opportunity, the lockdown, to like use my time to be productive in that way. So yeah, I don't know if that can be considered as studying abroad.
Okay. Min, are you back?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear a little bit about you. Can you say like a long sentence and we check?
Okay. I just changed to my data right now. I hope the internet is good this time. I have no idea why every time I have an important call, it acts like this.
Okay, technically this is not an important call.
Well,
But yeah,
every
Sorry.
important, like I don't even have that many calls.
Okay, I think we can hear you now. So, can you do you remember the question?
Yeah, my study abroad study story.
Yeah, like your decision. Why did you choose to study abroad?
Okay, so back when I was a kid, I always dreamed, like I was having a dream that I would go somewhere. I didn't know where, but I think I wanted to go to the United States at that time. And then in my high school, I was studying in Amsterdam High School, which is like everyone graduated from that high school will, like the majority of the students graduate from that high school will go abroad. And my parents were very strict at that time. And my only motivation was that I wanted to go somewhere so I can have my own freedom. That's why that's why I went all the way to Amsterdam to study.
So like right after high school, you decided that you
Because
want.
I was 18 and I thought I was an adult at that time. I wanted to have my own freedom.
Oh. So why Holland?
silly because my high school is Hanoi Amsterdam High School. I wanted to have something related to Amsterdam. Why not? And it's just fun, right? And the tuition fee is okay-ish compared to like Australia or United States or Canada, and it's in Europe, so you can travel around very easily.
But like you study in English, right? Or using Dutch too?
Yeah. Well, in English, I can't speak Dutch that well.
So like for all of you guys, did your family all support your this decision? Anyone that against your idea of going abroad?
My mom.
Okay, why?
Because my mom is like very overprotective.
I think I met your mom before, if I'm not wrong.
I don't think so. I met your mom, but you have never met mine.
Oh. You still remember my mom? Okay.
Yeah, she looks exactly like you with short hair.
Which is a good thing, right?
Yeah, you look identical.
Not beautiful, but identical. Okay.
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 So Riley. Okay. No. Keep. Keep.
Yeah, sure. So my mom was so very protective, and she always afraid that if I go somewhere, I will stay there and marry someone from that country and live there forever and never move back.
Yeah. That's one of my fear too. Like if I have a kid and they want to going abroad, that is my biggest fear.
So my mom had to go to like a fortune teller to check if I could go abroad and come back, and that guy said that I would come back eventually. So she was like, "Okay, you can go." I'll stay there. That's
Okay.
My
like
dad is 100% supportive.
What about Riley? Like your whole family support your decision? Or
well, I think my parents is like relatively like kind of like supporting to it. So when my first time actually like going abroad and stuff, I'm always like the kids that like to go out. Like a very energetic kid, like go out and stuff. So my parents kind of like got the idea from me, like I want to go abroad, that I don't want to really just study in Vietnam. So I guess like my parents like know that I want to go, so they are like ready for it. Yeah, but I do agree with Min because like my mom has the same fear that if I study abroad, I will marry someone and never coming back.
I mean, like, she would probably marry someone and never come back.
Me? Why you think so, bro?
Dude. But like, back then she was really energetic too.
Yeah, I'm such an energetic kid that like everyone in my family, like honestly, they know and they predicted like I go to abroad and study. Yeah, it was very funny.
Okay, and with Kyle, like your mom gave you that idea, so I guess that.
No, actually, not all of my family members supported me. My grandpa was against it, and well, he thought that like all his relatives all study in Vietnam and they turned out fine, and he thought that like I could be the same too, and I was the only child in the family, and at that time he only got me as his grandson, and he really didn't want me to go anywhere because he thought something would happen to me and that could be it. But well, somehow my grandma was able to convince him that it was okay for me to go. So yeah, I really appreciated that.
So what about now? What does he think about your decision now?
Passed away like a year ago.
Oh.
Well, not exactly something
Sorry.
to like laugh about, but like yeah, but I think eventually he did learn that it was okay for me to study abroad. He did see how I grew up, and yeah, I think if he was still alive right now, he would supported me a bit more, a bit better than before.
Yeah, I think so too. So Minh Anh, what about your mom now? I guess she is really happy that you came back, right?
Yeah. Okay. So a year ago, when everything happened, like the pandemic happened, they
Yeah.
bought me a flight ticket and insist that I had to go back. So I went back. I went back, and I'm still in Vietnam right now. I'm going to the state next year for my exchange. My dad completely okay with it. My mom is like, no, everything is still unstable. I don't want you to go. My mom is still the same.
Okay, so you need to bring her to another fortune teller to have her like make up her mind.
The funny thing is, when my mom told me like a few months ago that the time she went to the fortune teller, he said that I would come back because something related to health problem.
Oh,
I think it was a little, like very accurate.
it sounds scary though.
Yeah, scary. I don't know.
Okay, like what about Bart and Stefanie? Like technically you guys didn't like study abroad, but what about your family opinion on your decision to go to Vietnam? Did they support it?
Yeah, but the same as Young. Of course, they're worried like I might marry someone here and then don't come back. But generally, they're supportive, and but they hope it's temporarily. They don't hope I do it like for some time and then come back. But yeah, for the rest, they like it when I like it. So
Yeah, that sounds really supportive.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I'm like 30 years old, so
Yeah. What about you, Stephanie?
Pretty much the same. So, of course, already when you're already in your 30s, your parents really can't stop you from doing whatever you want. So, but yeah, they do support me, and their only concern is that I'm alone living here in Vietnam, whereas like with my other siblings, they're like living with me together, like in the same country. So yeah, that's their only concern. But other than that, they're completely supportive. Maybe not financially, because like I'm financing my studies right now, and they're concerned that I won't be able to like send money back home and stuff. So that's their only concern. So yeah.
What
So
if you
the
like marry a Vietnamese guy? What will they think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
like
don't know.
the big reasons why parents are afraid, just because they're afraid you marry like the person in other lands, not in their homelands.
I don't think my parents are very much concerned about that.
Like if I go to Canada, I'm obviously gonna marry a Canadian woman.
No.
Like my mom, my pa already know that. Like
No.
like heck nah, I'm moving out this country. Nah. So they
Wait.
holding me back until like
Wow.
24, 25.
God.
Then they will let my decisions to be free. So like I have many chances. Like in my high school day, I take a lot of SAT exams, or like I always got a great score. I earned like 50%, 80% scholarships. And my parents said that no, you are too young, or maybe you are under knowledge or anything like that. So they prevent me from taking that chances. But now, since I'm about to be 21, and in like 3 or 4 years, I will get the heck out of Vietnam and marry a Canadian woman. Obviously,
Okay, so why Canadian?
why Canadian?
He got everything sorted out. He got everything sorted out.
Yeah,
Why Canadian?
why Canadian?
not Canadian?
Why not Canadian? Yes, thank
Yeah,
you, Riley. Thank
What
you.
is wrong? What is wrong with you and Canadian?
Okay, no, I'm just
Do you
curious.
have some beef on them?
No, I have no beef with Canadians. Yeah, but Tuấn has a lot of knowledge too. Like he doesn't have that much problem with knowledge. He only has like
About woman.
moral problems. Is that correct?
What did you say? What problems?
Moral problem.
Moral. No, no way, no way.
I mean,
Nah.
like, there is some problem with his moral code. So
It's okay if he has moral problem. You have as well. So, you know.
yeah, but like he will move to Canada. So I can't help him.
Kai, like for a like a newbies, like for for newbies, what do you have to tell about the preparations to go abroad, like visa or like scholarships, applications? Tell me some
Well,
experience.
yeah. Well, I'm not so sure about other countries, but like for Australia, like unless you are very, very good, like very, very smart, otherwise don't try to go for a scholarship because there aren't many scholarships, and also it's really hard to get them. And also, for the visa, don't worry about it too much either. Like as long as you enroll in a famous school like Monash or like University of Melbourne or whatever, it should be fine. But for like the culture thing, you should really be prepared for a culture shock. For me, it took me a year to get used to it. Although I did do 1 year of college in Australia, in Melbourne when I first came here. But it was with like international students like me. But when I moved to university, it was totally different with native speakers. And yeah, it could be a very stressful time for you. So prepare for that.
The cultural shock. Like
Yes.
Stephanie, I think you have like a major cultural shock to Vietnam, like the driving thingy. I heard you mention once about the traffic in Vietnam, or Bart or someone else. I remember you like having like a hard time in traffic in Vietnam.
With the traffic.
Yeah, with the traffic.
Did I? I can't remember. In all fairness, if I were to compare the traffic for here in Vietnam to the Philippines, I think we have the worst traffic in the world. So maybe what shocked me was that here it's more people use motorbikes more, and it's how Vietnamese people like drive. I guess that's what surprised me. But other than that, yeah, it's I don't, yeah, maybe it wasn't the traffic, but yeah, that was the only cultural shock I had, probably.
I mean, to be fair, if you are from an Asian country, you wouldn't be surprised about the traffic in like any other countries at all. Because like you usually have like the worst traffic. So yeah.
Yes, we do.
That's not true. Like back in my place, people walk gently. They ask for roads. They drive gently. And like when I moved like from my house to the university to where I study, like they drive like crazy. Like fucking like they want to hit you in the with the bag or some shit.
I
Like
feel like
Well, it's
you
not the
drive
same
like
everywhere,
crazy.
but like yeah. In
it
general,
depends
speaking,
on the
yeah.
area. It depends on the area.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but like most of
Like like for high drives like a maniac.
no,
He
I drive
drives
like
like a maniac.
I drive like a gentleman.
No,
I
no,
stop
a
at red
maniac.
lights even when there is no one. Like I never
He
use
told me
horn.
like red is green, green is red.
I mean, I never even use horn. Technically, like my horn is broken, so I can't use it. But I
So
never
you
use
can be
horn.
a bus driver, hi.
I mean, like I did like
He looks like a
go
bus
around the
driver.
school by bus. Or
But if you're a bus driver, you need to hit the horn like 24/7. Otherwise, you don't qualify, right?
yeah,
And you need to put on your blinkers and then go the other way all the time.
I think like you get used to Vietnam lifestyle now. But
Yeah, mate. If you're a terrorist, you should be a bus driver here. You could just drive through people all day long. Nobody cares.
yeah, like literally drive through
And Min,
people.
And Min, what is your advice to me as an older abroad students, like the visa thingy, the
Application.
scholarship?
Okay, so the school system in the Netherlands is a little bit different. That you have two kinds of university. I think you have the University of Applied Sciences, and you have the university like you learn by theories and stuff. I went to both. Okay, I went to the University of Amsterdam, which is where you learn theories. Before that, I had to do a preparation course, a foundation course for a year, which equivalent to like an A level in the UK. And then I did not like it, so I switched to Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences. And for that Applied Sciences University, you mostly have scholarship around €5,000 for first year. If you can do like a very basic test. So technically it's to help to encourage more international students to enroll for the school. And I don't know about other university. For my university, last year I got a talent scholarship because my grade were high enough, and I have 50% of my tuition fee refunded. So yeah, and the visa process is very easy. The school will take care for you. Right now, I'm doing my visa to go to the US as well, and it's also very easy because the school will send you all the necessary documents, and you just need to do the forms online. And I will have the interview next month.
So what kind of like qualifications do you need if you want to apply to a Netherlands school?
Well, for university, like the higher level, for like my first year, I went to the university. They really check your background. Like I graduated from Hanoi Amsterdam High School, which is the high school for gifted students, but they did not take it. I have to do a foundation course. I don't know about right now. I don't think that you need to, but back in my time, I had to do another year extra. But for Applied Sciences University, you just need to graduate from high school. You have IELTS, I think, should be more than 6. Yeah, basically that's it. It's quite easy.
What's the test hard?
No, it's very easy. They give you like a bunch of stuff to read, and they give you a quiz, and you need to letter why you should have that money.
Hi, prepare your money. I'm about to send you the invites to me marrying a Canadian woman, like for 2 or 3 years. Okay. I will hosting a Vietnamese wedding in Canada. Trust me on this one.
Yeah,
this kid has everything sorted out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Riley, like as Kyle has said before, if you are a great student, you have like a scholarship in the Australia. So did you have any scholarship, Riley?
So during my first year, I did got in to like the higher qualified like society sort of at my school, because it's like
high quality society.
Yeah, it's like from high school, if you get a very good grade, then you go to like sort of like it's an underground society for like the people are like achieve a certain score. And they did offer like scholarship, but then we have to like every single year you have to maintain like a different score. And the scholarship was not that much. And then because my first year I was a very good student, sort of. I was a very good student.
Okay.
So I managed to keep it during my first year. And then my second years, every one of my friends is like, second years you should enjoy yourself at uni more instead of studying a lot. So I start like hanging out more with people. So
drinking.
Yeah, my school stop it.
Okay.
No, not only drinking. socialize with people, making more friends, so that I'm not being by myself. Like, hi here, don't have any real friends.
Yo, I have
So yes,
real friends, but like I'm a
yeah,
good
of course.
citizen, so I just choose to stay at home to protect the
Yes,
society.
yes, of course. I completely agree with that sentence.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Yes. So I started socialize with people more, and then
Drinking more.
still managed to keep my score, but at the same time couldn't be able to keep like 85% over 100, because you are supposed to keep like minimum 85 or 80 at least in order to like keep your scholarship. So couldn't keep it, but he's right. Only like if you really working really hard for it and you spend like most of your time studying, then you will be able to get the scholarships, or like you have to like sort of like be the top one of like your class. And also I do agree with like the culture shocks in Australia. It's so different. Like I studied abroad before, but when I came to Australia for first time, I really thought that it would be like UK, because they were UK colonized, but yeah, it was totally different.
Yeah, like they were UK colonized. So like
So it was.
it's like when you come to Vietnam, you feel like you were in France. Stuff like that.
What do you mean? Like back in Vietnam? I mean, it's different though. It was really different.
Like such as?
It was really. What do you mean? Like, is the difference between Vietnam and Australia?
Yeah, like what is your like biggest cultural shock?
Oh, my biggest culture shock. Give me a sec. Yeah. So my biggest culture shock has to be like the time when I actually like go out with my Aussie group mates from school. They are so chill. Like back in Vietnam, like when you go out with friends, you have fun, but like they drink so much.
Yes, I have a cousin. Like he lives in Lancaster. He lives in
They drink
Lancaster,
so much.
and like down in the street they have like a pub and a like a weed store or something. Like they
Oh,
smoke and they drink and they smoke a lot. Not gonna lie.
uh,
And like my cousin tell me that he only smoke when his pressures come down, when his exams coming. Nah, he smoke every freaking day.
Okay.
and also beside from that, the way they treated you is different, a bit different. There's always like a boundary between like international student and local student as well. So I do notice that when we hang out as like a whole big group, all of the Aussie tend to like stick together more, and like all the international stick together.
My
So I
thought
guess like
exactly.
yeah, so I was like, oh, I thought I could be like an international like environments where you make friends with people, but well, always like that.
Okay, so talking about
Yeah.
weed, like
No,
mean.
no, no. Do not talk about that topic. We're
Okay,
gonna
no,
get banned on YouTube.
no,
Stop.
you can't get banned on YouTube. You're
Yes, they
mentioning
check
weed, right?
like they check
According
No, I
to
on
don't
the
your
think you
law,
can't. I think you can
technically,
mention
if
weed.
you talk about in like a scientific way, you can't get banned on YouTube. I
Yeah.
study law, so I know.
So let's talk about it in a scientific way. Okay, so mean like you came to the Netherlands.
you
So
came
Oh
to the
no.
Netherlands.
what was like your biggest culture shock? And like how
Yeah,
much do you smoke?
A day, a day. How much do you smoke a day?
I never smoked. Never have I ever smoked in my whole
Really?
life. Yes,
You are
I do.
insulting
Netherlands.
bots. Bots here.
Bart here is a
Bot, can
Dutch
you tell me
guy.
some experience about your smoking.
Why?
yeah.
We need to like talk about the culture shock first. Like focus on the overseas student. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Bart?
Min. So like your biggest culture shock.
Yeah, me like the weed smells everywhere. Not gonna lie, in Amsterdam, I live in the center. Once you step out of I live with other international students, and they always have like a party in the kitchen. They will stay inside, close all doors, and smoke. So whenever I go to the kitchen, I am stoned. I don't smoke.
So she got high.
So like technically like you got high without smoking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like technically by the smell.
You get high through secondhand smoke?
Can you?
I mean,
Some-
a lot of people can.
I-
A lot of
Bart,
people
Bart?
can
Yeah, you can get high by like just
smell
getting
it.
the smoke.
Being around those people smoking weed.
Just stay away from those people.
Just away from those people. Yes.
Oh, someone
away
just
from-
joined the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Hi, can you check it?
No.
It's YouTube moderator.
Someone
No. It's the same,
is
right?
Chang. Chang joined this conversation. Look at the chat.
Yeah, but like with the I checked the members in the call. So wait then.
That's 7 out of 8. It's 7 out of 8.
Okay. Let's wait.
She
Yeah,
said
and
she
we-
was in.
And we can cut this out, and we can jump back when she's coming. I'm the editor, you know.
Don't worry.
He gives me lots of money to edit this, so I have to do
Low
it.
key show off.
No, you shouldn't say that, Don. It's just a little amount of money.
He
Not
has
that
a
much.
mansion
It's
in
not that much.
like in his homeland. He has a mansion, 2 cars, and maybe 2
Excuse
wives
me?
waiting for him.
And you never treat me food.
Yo, you live in
See, you
Australia.
have so much money. Where's my meal? Like you promised.
Oh, promise what? I didn't
He
promise
low
you
keys
anything.
have like 3 wives to taking
hi,
care of.
Gee.
Yeah, but definitely not a Canadian one.
Come on.
Okay.
Canadian women are funny. You know, I met a lot of Canadian women in Vietnam, and they are funny, and they are energetic, polite as always. I don't know. They are smart.
Okay, let
Definitely.
me tell you this before you have like the false expectation. All the foreigners that come to Asian countries are so much different from the natives.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
How so?
Because like it's just like when you want to go to like international countries, your minds are more open compared to those who usually just stay in their countries. And yeah, about the culture shock, I agree with Riley. Like I got the same experience too. I thought like people would talk to me like a lot. They would be curious about my countries and my culture, but like no, like it's very chill. They are very chill. It's so easy to talk to them. But like to be friends, I only have like one Australian friend.
Sounds hard.
Yeah.
It
Life is hard,
does.
bro.
It is. It's just like it's not like something you talk about it with everyone, but like every international student knows.
But it's
Yeah,
hard to
that's
be
true.
a true friend with a native anyway, because like
Yeah.
the life is I also have like a real Vietnamese friend, right? Because like the life is too different than our lives, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Hi is not your friend?
Hi, is my.
I mean, we are like a social
Invited me
friend,
for tea of the
technically.
social-
They're
No.
acquaintances.
Yeah, like old colleagues, not
Bart is my friend. He shared me a cigarette once, so we are friends.
and like he smoke a loud tobacco too. So
Yeah,
I teach him that. I teach him that.
got me dizzy as fuck.
I think we should
You met
blur
a
that
culture
word.
boy,
Can
man.
you say swear words on YouTube? I don't think you can.
I will not recommend you say swear
I
word.
think they have to edit a lot.
Yeah, they have to censor
That
a
means
lot.
yeah.
For
That
me.
means Hai has to pay
Yeah.
a lot of money.
I mean, I already
Oh.
pay a lot of money.
I'm
So.
sorry, Kevin.
I'm also concerned about Hai's wishes to be like approved for the target group younger than 13. I don't know what's that about.
Oh no! Don't mention this topic, man. Way
should-
too deep. Way
It
too
should
deep.
be accessible for 13 and younger, and I'm like, why?
No. Don't
You said
trust.
not to mention it, Bart.
Don't trust anything this guy said.
Oh no.
Okay,
We'll talk about
I
this
think we
later.
should
We'll
move
talk
on to
about
the
this
next
later.
question, right?
Without
Oh no!
Move on.
You check
Moving
check
on.
on the gas. Check on the gas.
Yeah, but like she said, she is
We have 7 out of 9.
reconnecting. Yeah, but like there are two Chang.
2 Chan.
The
We have
same.
7 out of 9, so you got to
Not-
check it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Canada. Maybe France. France. Beautiful country. I want to go to France. Beautiful country.
What
No,
about
don't
Canada?
go to France. Never go.
France.
Why?
Don't have too high expectation.
Why?
Nah.
Yeah.
A teacher in my major is currently advising me to apply to that school. It's about politics.
Okay.
France
It's
is
about
a
politics.
beautiful country, but it just has a lot of social problems.
Okay. I want to hear about their social problems.
They
Mean,
are
can
a
you?
bit racist.
Mean and Riley, like, can you tell us?
French people like
Oh, they're so arrogant though.
yeah, true.
Oh my god, and the R and when they speak English. Oh, yeah, it's. I don't have beef on them. Just talk in general.
But it's already out.
I know some
It's
French word.
You already said something, so they know.
Yes.
So this
That's a
part,
bit-
I think
that's a
we
bit-
should
that's a-
definitely like edit it out. This is
I
definitely.
agree.
A lot of editing.
Oh, good luck.
Rip my
Yeah,
ass.
like Kevin, like French. He used to have some friends who
Who study French?
yeah, who study French.
And I know some words as well.
Oh,
Yes,
tell
go
me.
on.
Bonsoir. Je suis toi.
Yes.
Je suis étudiant.
Next, continue.
Continue. Je habite à Hanoi. That means I live in Hanoi. Okay, hi.
Okay.
That's the only thing I learned, okay? She only teaches me those words. And she breaking.
Yeah, his ex.
Oh, your ex was French?
No, she studied French.
Ah. Yeah, don't go to France, bro. That people are horrible.
But we will need to edit this part out. So stop talking about the French people.
So does she. She is
We
terrible
will
too.
not talk about the French.
Why not? We don't have any French viewers and they suck. It's either like,
You never know. You never know. But
Oh, holy
Oh, hi.
moly.
Chang's here. Chang's here.
okay, Chang.
She just joined.
Okay, I think
We need to give her some information to catch her up, to let her catching up. Like we are talking shit about the French, so can you
Stop.
keep it up?
stop talking about the French. Okay, Chang is typing. Hello, Chang.
Can you guys hear me?
Not
No.
really.
And my answer is no. Have you put on your microphone and your videos on? Check emails.
I mean, like this video will needs a lot of editing.
So you need to click on your phones and transfer money now, like really now, like ding ding, and I will go like hard working mode.
I already transferred you this morning. So
I need more ding ding. I need more of that sounds. Thank you.
Okay, so
So
I
have
think
you
she's
guys
having some technical
eaten?
problems.
Những khoảng trống này chúng ta nên hỏi nhau những câu như là mọi người ăn cơm chưa?
Yes, hi. I know that you're lonely, but you know,
Did you
it's
guys
a very lame. It's a very lame question if you text to a girl. But
Like
yo,
Min and Riley, like they don't give a shit about your question. Like seriously.
pick another question that sounds interesting so that you can practice of getting a girlfriend.
Okay, what
Yeah.
did you eat? What did you eat?
Like, do I need to like teach you how to make a pickup lines or something?
That is the topic for next episode.
No. Check the first
I
episode.
Want to join?
Check the first episode that I make for you, that I make with you.
Okay.
What is flirting and how do you flirt? Check the first episode. Thank you.
Do not ask girl about that questions. They will be like, why am I hanging out with this person? He's so lame.
Like
And
you
on
will
top of
scare
your
them
lame-
off.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an that's the only question I know.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys give me some example on other questions?
Oh,
Like you can give them some like choices to make. Like for example, I always ask a girl like, do you prefer coffee or tea? Because if you ask that question, you can maybe take her out for one of, or like
Oh.
maybe one of them. Or
coffee, tea, or me. Oh,
oh, Riley, step up the game. Okay.
Okay.
Clearly, I will pick coffee.
Okay. Hello, Chang. Finally.
Hi. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you
Okay.
now.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry for that.
This is probably my bad. I sent her wrong time. So,
No, you didn't confirm the time with me, so I will hang out with my friends.
okay, sorry. But don't worry, we can catch up. We can catch up now.
Okay.
Okay. Chang, can you introduce yourself?
So, I'm studying in New Zealand at the moment. I'm doing food technology and in my third year of uni.
Okay. And how did you meet me?
So we went to the same secondary school,
Yeah.
and then we haven't talked, I think, for so long, and then recently talked back like last year, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's happened.
Okay. Okay, so Chang, here's a bunch of questions that we already like asked, but now I will ask you again. So why did you choose to study abroad?
Well, I didn't really choose that. It just my mom offered me to go and study abroad, so I just take it. I didn't choose to go. I wasn't thinking about it at all. Just she gave me the offer, and then I'm like, okay, we'll go.
What?
Why does that story sound familiar?
Okay.
she took the chance.
Yeah,
So
well,
why not studying in Vietnam?
well, I remember when I was like in year 9. I think I
Mhm.
remember like some of the girls, they don't need to do like a lot of study to get into high school. So I'm like, wow, that sounds relaxing. And then I'm like, I wanted to study abroad as well, so I don't need to do the test, like the entrance test for high school. So I'm like, okay, then I will go.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this story somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so so your mom suggests that. So I think
Yeah.
like your whole family support your decision to
Yeah.
study abroad.
I guess so. Yeah. My dad wouldn't support that. My dad didn't. I think he's well like confusing about it at first. But then I'm just like, okay, I will go. But I wasn't like worried. I wasn't like worry about anything. That's I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds so relaxing.
It actually does. I was so excited when I first get like be here and then see the war. I wasn't worried, wasn't nervous. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but like,
thinking anything.
why New Zealand?
Oh, because we have a friend in here, so we know a family and their daughter already studying here. So I just like get follow the route to go here.
Do you have a friend in Canada?
Canada. I'm not quite sure. I couldn't remember anyone.
No, no one in Canada.
No, no one in Canada. That's sad.
Yes.
That just make my heart broke into two pieces.
Wait, isn't it you want Canadian or you want girls who study in Canada? It's two different things.
Maybe I will consider it tonight at my new episode.
Okay, so like
Talking about Canadian women.
okay. To give Chang some context, my friend here, Mr. Kevin, want to go to Canada to study and like marry a Canadian girl. So
And
he is,
hosting a Vietnamese wedding in Canada.
yeah.
And sending all the invitations.
Yeah, so like about your mom, Chang, was she
Yeah.
worrying that you may marry a guy from New Zealand?
Yeah, I think she was, but then
Is
it
that a big
happened. Then it
concern?
happened.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. Because it's up to me. It's all my choice. So it's not her choice, I guess.
Okay.
So whoever I choose, then she needs to accept that.
So how did you prepare for your like studying abroad journey?
Well, I think because I went here when I was young, like quite young as well. I think I remember only like I over 14 years old. So around like 15 years old, I guess. Or like 14 years old, it's few months. And then I think I would really try this at this time. I wasn't prepared. And then when I went to high school, I only in year 10 is really relaxing. I don't really have a lot of like things to do at class. Just make friends, and I think it's a time for me to adapt to the new life and get to know the culture and the language, I guess.
So was there any like culture shock coming from Vietnam to New Zealand?
They really open and friendly, so it wasn't for me.
So what about like being their real friends? Because we were talking about that, like it's easier to talk with native, but it's hard to like actually be their friend.
Yeah, I understand that. I think lots of native, they already like have like their bunch of friends group, like they have their friend group, and it's really hard to get into that friends group. But I think because I went here when I was like quite young, I kind of like open up, and they kind of like open up for me as well. So I kind of like join them, and I had a friends group back in the other city that I used to live in, but now I moved to a new city, so I keep talking to them. I still keep in touch, but not like really close anymore. And I need to make new friends in here.
So like the friends problem, is that the same in Netherlands, Minh Anh?
Yeah, I think it's quite hard to make friends with the Dutch because no matter like even if you speak Dutch, even if you speak the language, you still can't get into their friend circle. But it's quite easy to make friends with other internationals. Like I have a group of people from different countries, like from Chile, from New Zealand, all those countries. It's easier to make friends with them than with the Dutch.
No, okay. But as a Dutch, what do you think about that statement?
Well,
Is it
it's
hard
definitely
to make
harder
friends
to
with the
be,
Dutch?
friends with the Dutch and the Vietnamese because Dutch are less open than Vietnamese people are.
Really?
I think it's also because it's not a tropical country, you know. Everyone here is outside all the time. And also the crazy thing that Vietnamese people really like foreigners for no reason at all. So like if you go like have a new room in here and you walk down the alley, right, the whole neighborhood is like, oh, come here, drink, drink. And Dutch people are more like they mind their own business, right? It's much more individualistic in the Europe than in Vietnam. I mean, here it's much more social. So that's why I like it here better, actually. So.
So what about in Philippines? Stefanie?
I think it's pretty much the same with the Vietnamese people, especially if it involves drinking and because of course socializing, and yeah, it has the same kind of concept where if there are foreigners, like a lot of Filipinos would be very fond of foreigners, and yeah, we would invite them over for like dinners and stuff. So yeah, being hospitable and stuff.
Yes, so like do you guys here remember your first day when you come to that country, like the country you go to study? It's quite a long time ago, right? But can any one of you still remember your first day? Kyle?
Yeah, when I first came here. Well, I looked around when I was on the taxi to my place, and like everything was so different. Like there was a lot of trees, and like all the roads were different, and also the air was so fresh. Like up until now, I'm still enjoying the air, because like back in Vietnam, I had quite well, I'm not that severe, but like it was really annoying. I had an allergy to the Vietnamese air, and when I came here, it just like gone, like just like that. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy being able to breathe. And I know it didn't sound like a big thing, but when you struggle with the allergy, it really enjoyable being able to breathe normally. And yeah, that was my experience. Everything was so different, and I thought that maybe I would like to stay here for a long time.
Like, will you come back to Vietnam when COVID is over?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like if I had a chance,
Or just a trip or
just
something?
to visit my family, but like I want to stay here like forever.
Oh, okay, what
Maybe like we
about?
can ask him out for like a drink. Like you, me, Kai, Bart, and Riley. We should have like a gathering. Like I will bring my father's vodka, like 90 or 100 years old, and we will like drink to death. Come on.
We'll think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chang, do you remember your first day in New Zealand?
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't like what I expected. I thought it could be like really like the city side, but then because the city that I live in by that time I think is the countryside of New Zealand, so it's a lot of like there's no like high building, not much traffic. It's really quiet. I remember I think when when I first been in New Zealand, it was like at night as well. It was really quiet. And I remember the street there no lighting that much. And I remember when the next day when I walk around, I see a lot of grass. There are not much people, it wasn't what I expected to be like in the the foreign country.
What about the air? I guess the air is great too, right?
Yeah, well,
Much
because it's
better,
not much
right?
people. Yeah, because there are not much people. Sometimes you cannot see people. Like, but now I moved to Auckland, so it's more busy. But yeah, I
Did you
like
like
it in all
do you like living in a city
the
or
countries.
in the countryside?
I would prefer to live in the city side. I think because I get used to the style of living in Vietnam as well, when people are really rush and they kind of like busy all the time. Yeah, so I could like it more, but I don't want it to be too busy because it's gonna
Busy
be like,
enough?
yeah, you just a little bit like a nice touch to the life, and I think it's cool.
So will you like consider come back to Vietnam?
It's really depending where I get the job as well. Yeah, I don't really push myself to like, oh, I need to live in New Zealand or I need to go back to Vietnam. It's just up to the future, like where they offer me the job, and I good to go.
Okay, so what about in the Netherlands?
Okay,
Like your first day.
I still remember my first day. It was so surreal because when you went aboard, mostly like cry on the plane or something. I remember my parents were like crying. They did not cry in front of me, but I they were clearly really sad, and I was so excited. I didn't even sleep, and I was like, oh yes, I finally can go. I can escape my country and have my own freedom. I remember that day so real, so clearly that the first thing I did after settling in my student housing was going to the supermarket all by myself. That was like the best feeling ever when you just moved to a new country, you suddenly became an adult. Yeah, and I remember I got lost that day. It was fun wandering around. I saw a food truck, and they were selling Vietnamese spring roll. They say Vietnamese spring roll. I did not know what was that. It was in Dutch. And I asked the guy in the truck, and I said, "Hey, you know what is this?" And he said, "Well, it's chả giò." And I said, oh, "Okay, I really want to have it right now because I Vietnamese food, and it's not a spring roll like we have here. It's fake. It's like the first thing I learned from this country is lumpias are not real."
I was also surprised. I was hoping to see a lot of Vietnamese spring roll, and then I find out they're not the same.
No, that's the thing. The first thing I told to all my Dutchies that the Vietnamese lumpias, even though if they say it's Vietnamese lumpias, are not real.
No, I was expecting those when I got here, but then I was like, what the hell is this? I want my Vietnamese lumpia.
Yeah, so like what about the Vietnamese food in other country? Like in
I think
Australia
it
and
should
New Zealand,
be
like
roughly the same.
that's it?
So, well, don't be offended, but like Asian food for white people is like so different from Asian food like originally.
I'm so offended.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but that's
Is,
a fact, mate.
Yeah, it got adjusted to like their taste. But
Yeah.
in Australia, there's a lot of like places like particular in Sydney, there are a lot of like places that you can get like sort of like legit Vietnamese food, but it's just very far away from the city. That's mean you have to go like 45 to 1 hours to like get to the place that you want to have Vietnamese food. Yeah,
It needs to
but
be fusion, I guess.
yeah, but it's actually not bad. It's not bad. We do have like a variety of like our cultures dishes that we can choose from and sit.
They have to adjust the flavors to keep the locals to come visit again. Not just
Yeah, that's
they cannot
true.
sell the authentic Vietnamese food, but they have some but a twist onto it.
Yeah, like the other day, I went to this Vietnamese restaurant, nearby to the city, and like Vietnamese pancake bánh xèo, they were serving it with like soy sauce, and like hoisin sauce instead of like the real dips. And I was like, what is this again? Like, is it like a Vietnamese dish or not? Like, yeah, but they did adjust it a lot in order to keep their customer coming.
Is that the
Which
same in
is
New
sad.
Zealand?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't. I think I didn't went to any like Vietnamese food like restaurant when I were in Palmy, but then once I moved to Auckland, there are more options, and then I can go. But yeah, I quite like the food here. I think it depends on the restaurant that you're choosing as well. Some of the restaurants have like really nice flavor, but some they not that wasn't that good. I think it's up to taste. Like because for someone this restaurant might be good, but for me it might not. So it's really depending on like you need to try a lot of places to choose which one you love the most.
Okay, so when like studying abroad, what do you guys cook? Like Western food or Vietnamese food? Or just eat instant noodle?
For me, because I have other friends as well, so we cook like different varieties of food, not only Vietnamese food, but on the other we just have Chinese night, and then we have Korean night, and then we have like like Indian night, and then stuff like that. So we have like try out to cook like present our cultures and stuff instead of like eating instant noodle,
Instant noodle is good too.
Like if I was abroad, I will like stuck with instant noodle and coffee. Just two of those things will keep me days to days.
Okay, what about Kyle?
Well, I cook half and half, and like because like I work out, so I have a very healthy diet. Too healthy that is
Wow.
really boring and lame. And yeah, I have to cook myself every day, and yeah, I pretty much cook the same stuff like every week, so that I don't need
Chicken
to think a
breasts
lot.
and boiled vegetables.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
I mean, like if you
I
want some interesting diet, which is not healthy, you can contact me. I can send you a list of things you should cook for like an
I mean,
interesting
yeah,
spice
but
up.
like I'm so lazy to learn new stuff. I don't want to learn, I'm not really into cooking, and I feel like all the food that I can cook right now is like good enough. So I
Like
don't
you
want to
will
change that.
cook the chicken breast for the whole week and pack it up and leave it on the fridge. And like
Not,
the day
not it's
comes
not
and
like that. Well, it's not like that. I do have different food for every day, but like for every week is roughly the same. If you know what I mean.
you
But
need
yeah,
to spice your diet up a bit.
yeah, I know, but like I don't want to like spend time cooking. I have other stuff to do.
Yeah,
And
it's really hard to cook for one person as well. It's really
Yeah.
hard. It's easier for you to cook if like you have like group of friends. You cook for that is
Yeah,
easier,
that's
but just
true.
for one, it's hard.
Like Hai here has a housekeeper, so he doesn't have to do shit. Like
He has a
literally just
mention.
like coming down and tell him, yeah, I want this, and they will eventually get you this.
Wow.
Like one day when I tell him that I want to come to his house, and he said that you have to mention early, so he have to tell the housekeeper to cook for me.
I feel like
Come on.
technically I have to announce to the cook that we have a guest, right? So what about Chang? I guess you can cook a lot of stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I cook for myself, but like, I live with my friends, so I just cook for all of us as well.
Yeah, but like different kind of food.
Depending on what I feel as well. Sometimes I'm too lazy, just eat out. But yeah, it's not really good for saving money if you eat out a lot
Yeah.
because can get quite expensive. Cooking at home is save money.
Go back to Vietnam. You can eat out all the time for cheap.
Yeah, but because you're
Cheaper than the
Dutch living
supermarket.
in Vietnam.
Well, but the hygiene is not really good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna die anyway, right?
Yeah, it's just
Sooner
a
or
matter
later.
of time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
especially mijn aunt, now you've used been to the Albert Heijn, the freaking co-op is going to the supermarket in Vietnam is just like worse than getting death penalty. You be there, and the lines in the co-op market are like so extreme. Like it takes you a whole day to go to the supermarket here, right? And then you also pay more than just going out on the street and buy like ready cooked meal just to eat. Right, yeah.
Like in Vietnam or in Holland?
And Holland is nice because Albert Heijn usually is not that busy, right?
Mm.
So when do you like cook Dutch food?
No, Dutch food is like the worst thing you want to eat.
Agree?
Yeah, I live with my ex, and once a while, he will try to introduce their traditional cuisine to me.
What's
It's
that?
like, well, you have potato, you boil it, you cook it, and then you mash everything together with a kind of vegetable, either kales or onion, carrots, any kind of vegetable you want. You mix it, and you have like a dish. You serve with the sausage or some meatballs and some sauce. That's it.
Very gross. Yeah, that's right.
Bart,
Oh,
explain. Like, what's the point of that dish?
Well, even though like Dutch people don't use any spices, only a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, but generally, like mijn aunt says, it's just mashing potatoes and vegetables. That's all. It's fucking gross. Yeah. That's why.
If you say that, then is it British food is really bad or like Dutch food is worse? Because like British does know for like not a very appetizing dishes.
They're both bad, but Dutch is worse, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will avoid the Dutch food.
There's a reason there is no Dutch restaurant anywhere in the whole world.
Oh, that is actually a good point.
Mm.
Noted. Okay, so here we will come to like the end part. So my friend here, Mr. Kevin, wants to go to Canada. So he will want some advice from you guys. Like first, like how much should he save before studying abroad?
You need to make sure you get some income over there. Find like freelance job or anything because it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, what about in New Zealand?
Do you have family support or is just
No,
on your own?
just myself going to Canadian. I have to go to be a Canadian.
So how did you pay for your money, like for your like study?
Like maybe getting a scholarship, or maybe saving back in Vietnam to travel out. I have a lot of source of income, so.
Oh yeah, that's good. So it's depending on what kind of job you have. If you have enough money, that's good. But because it's the thing for you to concern that you cannot like just doing a part-time job for too long or like spend too much time on it when you don't have time to study. And this could be the worst thing as well. So
That's true. I see a lot of people like they get into the part-time jobs and they just grinding for money and they forgot about their studies.
Yeah, because the purpose you go to Canada is like for studying. Just don't forget that's the goal for you.
That's the first goal, and the second goal is to marry a rich Canadian woman.
Okay, now she has to be rich too. Okay.
And now she has to be rich to cover my tuitions, of course.
Okay, like so, what about the packing part? Like, how difficult is it to pack for a trip?
Just needs to bring his own big package. That's all.
Like, how much clothes should you bring?
Nah, we are talking about clothes here. Hi. We talk about the necessities, like you bring. Do you have to bring your instant noodle to like get over the hunger?
You don't need that.
Okay,
they have Asian stores everywhere.
Yeah, To be
and they will
fair,
charge you
my
a pack of instant noodle for like $10 each.
To be fair, when I start packaging for going to UK, I didn't really bring a lot of stuff. And I never brought instant noodle going anywhere. Like even during like back in my secondary school, high school, or now uni, I never brought any instant noodles. Probably I
Rice
don't
as
know.
well.
Not really. Like I don't know. Like most of my stuff is like most of my clothes, because it's very cold in like UK, and Australia weather is just very different. So you have like a varieties of things that you choose from. I guess for me, the things I want to bring is like some of my thing that I would like to keep in like my place, like photo albums and like stuff like that for my parents and gifts and stuff that remind me of them. More of like food, or maybe some snacks, some snacks like candies and stuff. Like I do
No
like
instant
wanna bring
noodle.
them as candy. No instant noodle.
Okay, got that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instant
well,
noodle
she's
would
right.
take a
I
lot of
agree.
space.
Yeah,
yeah.
and you don't want that.
Maybe as a like a lucky charm. Everywhere you go, you bring a pack of instant noodles.
For what,
But
Pat?
I told you for lucky charm. Like,
the food in UK is much cheaper. Like the thing that you can get in UK is like the price of food is much cheaper, and Australia food price is way higher. So I guess that like you can save by going to like either the Asian market, like they spend cash, so you can save a lot of money from buying from supermarket as well.
so what did you
So,
pack?
but actually,
May I-
the lifestyle is like more expensive in Sydney.
Yes,
Also, I heard.
because
Yeah.
yeah, it is like more expensive city.
For me in
Surprisingly,
Melbourne,
yes.
it's like it's okay. Not too expensive, but not too cheap.
So.
But I do
What?
like Melbourne. Melbourne is so peaceful. Not like Sydney.
Well,
I
not
guess not that
exactly.
peaceful.
Yeah, it
Oh, not right
depends
now.
on where
Not
you
right
live.
now. Not right now.
No, I mean like I live in suburb, and my suburb is quite quiet. So yeah, that's good. And lately, I've been to Adelaide, and yeah, things even more quiet there. So yeah, it really depends on where you live.
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's very boring lifestyle.
In Adelaide? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
but I'm going to
boring.
move there. So yeah, I'm
Oh.
going to have a boring life.
No. You. It might be different for you. I
No,
know, for
it could
me,
be
it
the
will be
same for me.
boring.
But I mean, I told you before, I have a boring lifestyle. So yeah, I don't really mind. Yeah, I don't go out that much, and my diet is also boring. And yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I feel very fine, and I feel healthy as well. But yeah, it depends on your personal preference as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's it. That's it for today. Our episode study abroad and marrying a Canadian woman.
That's
That's for
right.
me. That's for me. That you is the first one. That's for me. Hi, can you close it up? Can you finish it up?
Okay,
I
I'm
guess
still
it's
thinking about an ending, so anyone can suggest me an ending for like
Yes.
my podcast in general.
Support
What sort of ending?
High's Patreon
My OnlyFans, right?
also.
Can you say something about support the editor Kevin Nguyen? Please save him our poverty.
Okay, so thank you all for coming here today. So don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment below. And like, see you next episode.
And
That's
what's the
that.
question for the viewers, Hi? What should they answer in the comments?
You enter in the comment.
Like, what's your experience? And then you can win your headphones. You can win Kyle's microphone.
Oh, we're doing the giveaway right now.
No, there's no giveaway now.